Okay, so let's be honest. If you're here, it's probably because you want to see the world without, breaking the bank.
Right.
So we're diving into some conversations with travelers, and some of their tips are seriously outside the box, like house sitting in exotic places. I mean,
Yeah, it's really cool how all these tips go back to the idea that budget travel isn't about like giving up cool experiences. It's about making smart choices and changing how you see like a good trip.
give me an example.
Well, they really emphasize being flexible. Like instead of booking that expensive Saturday flight, you could save a lot by flying midweek or like during the shoulder season, you
So
know?
basically, fly when nobody else is flying.
Exactly. Airlines, hotels, they all change prices based on demand. You can find deals if you're just a few days or weeks away from the busy times. There are even websites that can help you find the best travel dates.
That's super helpful. So let's talk about where you stay at night. Hotels can be expensive, and hostels aren't for everyone. What are some other choices that won't break the bank?
These travel pros went way beyond just hotels and hostels. They're saying, try unique experiences like house sitting. Imagine living like a local in a cool house just by taking care of someone's pets or plants.
Wait, house sitting. I'm picturing myself by a pool in Italy watering some plants. Is that
That
a real thing? How did you even find those?
It's totally a thing. There are websites that connect homeowners with house sitters. They have reviews and stuff so you can check out the homeowner and the place before you agree.
Okay, that sounds pretty amazing, especially for longer trips. But what about safety? I don't want to end up in a bad situation.
Safety is definitely important. Those platforms usually have safety rules and advice for everyone. It's always a good idea to research, read reviews, talk to the homeowner beforehand, and obviously trust your gut feeling.
Trust your gut. And for those who want a real local experience, there's always couch surfing.
Yeah, couch surfing is the ultimate budget-friendly adventure. It's staying with a local for free and getting to know their life and culture. Just like house sitting, there are good platforms with safety measures and reviews.
So cool. Sounds like a great way to meet people from all over. Now we've talked flights and places to stay, but what about everyone's favorite part of travel? The food. Trying new foods is so fun, but eating out every meal gets expensive.
You're so right, but good food doesn't have to be expensive. The trick is finding that sweet spot. Enjoy local flavors, but don't spend too much.
So what did they say about that?
One thing that came up a lot was how much money you save by cooking some of your meals. Especially if you have even a basic kitchen, you can make easy meals and save a ton.
Yeah, that's a great point. And it can even be part of the experience, like shopping at local markets and trying to cook a local dish.
Exactly. And when you do eat out, remember, street food is your friend. It's cheap and often the most authentic food you can find.
Oh, I love street food. There's just something exciting about those little food stalls in busy markets. Okay, speaking of exploring, let's talk transportation. We all know taxis and rental cars can eat up your budget fast. What did these travelers suggest?
They said to be adventurous and find joy in the journey itself. Why not walk or rent a bike? You'll find hidden spots, cafes, and really feel the city.
Plus, it's a great exercise to burn off all that street food. But what about when you need to travel further? We can't walk across entire countries, right?
But for those longer trips, there's something romantic about train travel, don't you think? And it can be super cheap, especially overnight trips. Imagine waking up in a new city, ready to go.
Oh, I love overnight trains. They're so cozy and adventurous. And for shorter trips, there are budget airlines and buses. With some searching, you can find good deals. Any tips on finding those?
Websites and apps that compare different transportation options are really helpful. They show you prices, routes, and schedules all in one place. Also, don't forget about fare alerts. Sometimes the best deals come to those who wait.
Okay, all this saving money is great, but even on a budget, it's okay to have fun. You don't have to be miserable to have a good trip. What did the experts say about this?
They had a really smart suggestion. Choose one or two smart splurges. Pick the things you really don't want to miss, the things that fit your travel style, and then adjust the rest of your budget around those.
So instead of wasting money on okay activities, you spend on the truly special experiences that you'll remember forever. I love that. What are some smart splurges that you can think of?
It depends on what you like and what excites you. Maybe it's an amazing meal in Paris or a hot air balloon ride in Turkey. Maybe it's a private tour of some ruins or a spa day.
It's about making choices that match what's important to you while you're traveling. Budget travel isn't about being cheap. It's about spending your money on the right things so you can really enjoy the best parts of your trip. And speaking of smart choices, there are a few extra tips that are worth talking about, especially if you want to travel longer or even make travel a lifestyle.
Definitely. One thing that's easy to forget, especially when you're on a budget, is travel insurance. It might seem like an extra cost, but it can save you from big problems if something goes wrong. Like if you get sick or hurt while you're traveling or your flight gets canceled, travel insurance helps cover those costs, which can get expensive fast.
That's true. It's like peace of mind. And then there are travel rewards programs and credit cards that give you points. Those can be really helpful for saving money.
For sure. If you use them right, you can get free flights, hotels, even activities. It's like getting free travel just by using your credit card.
That's smart. And they also talked about websites like Fiverr and Upwork, which are perfect for digital nomads. Have you ever used those?
Yeah, I have. Those are great for finding freelance work or offering your skills to people all over the world. You could actually pay for your travels by working online or even find jobs in the places you're visiting.
It's all about being resourceful, like we've been talking about. And who knows, you might even find a new career you love.
Okay, we've covered a lot in this first part of our budget travel deep dive, from being flexible to finding unique places to stay and choosing those smart splurges. What would you say is the biggest takeaway for our listeners so far?
I think the main thing is that budget travel is more about your attitude than anything else. It's about
Mm.
being open to new experiences, going with the flow, and finding creative ways to make your travel dreams come true no matter how much money you have.
It's about being adventurous and resourceful and remembering that the best experiences often happen when you try something new. And that brings us to a really interesting question that I think everyone who travels should ask themselves. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, what is it?
What one travel experience would you change your budget for? Ooh, that's a good one. It makes you think about what's really important to you when you travel.
Hmm.
Is it staying in a fancy hotel? Is it an amazing meal? Maybe it's doing something adventurous that challenges you. It really makes you think about what you wouldn't want to miss, and then you can, make the rest of your budget work.
So maybe you pack some extra snacks so you don't have to eat out for lunch every day, and then you can use that money for something cool like scuba diving in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about being smart with your money and choosing what will make your trip the best it could be.
I'm really liking this idea. It changes how we think about budget travel. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to the things you really want to do, even if it means making some changes.
And it shows that anyone can have amazing travel experiences no matter their budget. It just takes a little creativity and planning, being willing to try new things.
I feel so inspired right now. I can almost feel the warm sand and taste all the amazing food. Okay, so listener out there, what's your smart splurge? What would make your next trip amazing?
Think about it, dream big, and start planning. You can explore the world without spending a fortune. It's about finding those hidden gems, those cool adventures, and the real local experiences that you'll remember forever.
And sometimes those experiences are totally free, like watching the sunrise in an amazing place, or having a picnic in a park, or just talking to a local who tells you cool stories about their culture.
Those are some of the best travel memories, right?
Oh,
They don't cost anything except time and being open to the world.
absolutely. And you're more likely to have those moments when you're not rushing from one tourist spot to the next. Slow down, enjoy the journey, and really get lost in each place.
That's a great way to put it. Budget travel is about slowing down and being more present. It's about connecting with people and cultures and enjoying the simple things that make life so good.
I couldn't agree more. So, as we finish up this part of our budget travel deep dive, I want to leave our listener with one last question, something to really think about.
Ooh, I love a good question. What is it?
If money was no object, where would you go and what would you do?
Wow, that's a really good question. It makes you forget about the money and just think about what you really want to do. It's about those dream trips. The places and experiences that have always been in the back of your mind.
Exactly. And once you know what those dream trips are, you can start figuring out how to make them happen, even if it takes a little longer or you need to get creative.
Maybe you split a trip into smaller parts, or you start saving a little bit each month for your travel fund.
The point is, don't let money stop you from seeing the world. Let those dream trips inspire you to find a way to make them happen. Isn't that what budget travel is all about? Finding those clever solutions, those hidden gems, and those unexpected chances that make travel possible and amazing for everyone.
Absolutely. You don't need a ton of money to see amazing things. You just need to be curious, adventurous, and willing to try new things.
I love that. And remember, every journey starts with one step. So what are you waiting for? Get your notebook, start planning, and let's go on an adventure. Wow, this deep dive has been packed with ideas.
It really has. So many great tips for traveling on a budget without missing out on the best parts of traveling.
Right. We've talked about how important being flexible is and how thinking differently about where you stay can open up so many possibilities. And who knew that street food could be such a cool way to experience a culture?
Yeah, it's amazing. And let's not forget about choosing those special experiences that smart splurges and being resourceful so you can enjoy every moment.
I think one of the things I've learned the most is how important it is to slow down, be more present, and really connect with each place you visit. It's not about rushing to see all the tourist spots, it's about getting lost in the experience.
I totally agree. Budget travel is about experiencing the world in a slower, more thoughtful way. It's about immersing yourself in different cultures, connecting with local people, and appreciating the little things that make life so good.
Well said. So, to our listener out there, I hope this deep dive has made you feel excited to explore the world with a sense of adventure and curiosity. Remember, travel doesn't have to be expensive to be amazing.
Yeah. It's about the journey in every sense of the word. It's about stepping outside your comfort zone, going with the flow, and finding those hidden gems that make each trip special.
The world is out there waiting to be explored affordably and authentically. So pack your bags, grab your passport, and let's go make some memories. Safe travels, everyone!